couple of weeks ago, I did a video on hi-fi audiophile ICKS. It did pretty well. And I think I'm up for round 2. But this time, I'm gonna let the viewers weigh in. Hi, I'm Bob, and you, my friends, are back in the United States of Analog. Welcome to our great nation of YouTube monetization. I mean hi-fi excitation. Welcome, you're welcome here. I'll remind you to like and subscribe later, but don't worry about that now. There will be plenty of time for that because we're gonna talk about, once again, audiophile hi-fi ICKS, those things that drive you crazy in our crazy hobby. Now, let me remind you of the Urban Dictionary's definition of ick. All right, this is more for dating, but I think it applies to our situation as well. Something someone does that is an instant turnoff for you, making you instantly hate the idea of being with them romantically. I think we know what they're talking about. Now, you may have seen my first video, part 1 of hi-fi ICKS. I hope you did. If not, seek it out. Those were mine, okay? That was my personal opinion. Now, I've gone to my comment section to curate your hi-fi audiophile ICKS, and I have them for you right here. Right off the bat, Noel Murray 1, he writes, Springsteen, yuck. I get it, man. I mean, you are so right. I mean, that guy, he can't even write a decent song. He's terrible in concert. I mean, I don't understand the fandom. And I'll meet you down at Thunder Road and we'll talk about it some more. Steve G 325 says, here's another one. Speakers that have to be pulled out 3 feet or more from the front wall to sound good. I know so many reviewers that I watch, and I watch them all just like you, Guttenberg and Darko and A-Rob and Cheap Audio Man and Crazy Lenny, all those guys, you know, they're always talking about pulling the speakers out into your room as if you've got room in your room. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. My main listening space upstairs is about maybe 15 by 20, if that. And I can come out maybe 18 inches, but any more than that, it's in the middle of the room. It might as well be a member of my family because it's gonna be living right there in the center. You know what? They've always said that speaker placement is free. That's one of the free adjustments that you can do to make your system sound better. Move them around, pull them in, push them back, toe them in, toe them out, put them upside down. Just don't put them sideways. That messes up the time-space continuum or the way the tweeter hits your ear at a different time than the woofer. John Pichetta, 6951, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your handle. Those black foam acoustic panels, depressing. Funny you should mention them. I don't use too many of them. Mostly these are inside, underneath my, behind the cabinets and behind this bookshelf and all that. I've stuffed some panels back there, but yeah, guilty as charged. Mr. Melton, 4776, cords everywhere or industrial hi-fi racks in common living space. Yeah, again, guilty as charged. In full disclosure here in the United States of Analog, because as a citizen, you should know how your leader lives. This is my home theater, the back of my home theater system. I know, it's disgust. And, the system works really good. I just don't have the right cabinets right now, and I don't have time to organize it. There's no noise. You would think there would be all kinds of noise and weirdness. It's just a lot of sadness back there, that's all. John Galt, 2931. Ick. Musicians, entertainers who think they should constantly share their political views. I get it, right? I 100% agree with you. Except maybe, I think we all are okay with Ted Nugent, right? Is that right? Right? Christopher Veers 8302 writes, here's an ick for you. People coming over to visit and casually screwing around with the dials on my stereo equipment, even when they haven't the slightest clue how to operate them. I get it, and especially when it comes to turntables. I'm the DJ here. I actually do it for a living, so I can say that. I'm the professional, you're the amateur. Keep my turntable out your hands. That's what I tell them. Wildstar 41, stand mount speakers with a MSRP over $500, not on stands, permanently placed on random crap like metal filing cabinets and laundry baskets. I think we can all agree on that, Wildstar. Shade Dakin 2831, people at a party who want the music lowered so people can chat. You know what? I think Peter Wolf of the J. Giles Band said it best when he said, made loud to play loud. Sides Up 8286, look at this. He wrote a whole novel. Look at that. I mean, that's gotta be Chat GPT, right? Something about his pastor having heavy power amps on the floor. You know what? That's the biggest response I got from the most people. The biggest ick in hi-fi, I'm sorry, I'm pointing, equipment on the carpet or on the floor. And I get it, and until recently, I was also guilty of that offense, like this offense. And but I got a BDI cabinet now, and everything's nice and neat up there, except the theater department, which I've already confessed to. All right, Wegder. Thank God I don't have golden ears. I'm so stupid. I can listen to MP3s and like it. I get it. I get it. There's so many of us influencers talk about the wonderment of analog sound reproduction and DACs and FLAC files and, oh, this speaker is transparent. It's like looking through a window, blah, blah, blah. I know we're all guilty of it. Everybody from Gutenberg to Darko to A-Rob to Cheap Audio Man to British Audiophile to Crazy Lenny. You know, they all talk the talk. Some people just like to listen to the music. They're not so concerned. But you're watching this video, so you must be somewhat interested in what we say. W Home 8192 says blue LEDs and displays look like crap, glows too bright. Hello, Emotiva. And I agree with you. They can keep you up at night. Idiot Audio says his wife set a plant on his Mac MA6100 slant leg wood case. Holy frick. Other icks? I don't like stacked components. Everything gets their own shelf. Side by side is fine, of course. And he also doesn't like people telling him he's got too much gear, and he doesn't like people who stack records flat vertically. That's kind of a oxymoron, right? Flat vertically, but you know what I mean, stack them flat. And then putting a plant on top. Paul Chrisman 4918 says, first video was great. I love your idea of sharing hi-fi icks. Some of my icks are down-firing subwoofers, non-removable speaker grills. If you've got a box cutter, all speaker grills are removable, my friend. And he agrees with me on the circular VU meters. He thinks they look wanky and cheap. Oh, and look, W Home 8192 with a second any amp with a VU meter. I'll turn this off and make the video a little more palatable for you. That's part 2 of icks, or part 1 of viewer-inspired icks. Put your icks below in the comments. Be descriptive, be precise. I want to know what in hi-fi bothers you. Who in hi-fi bothers you? Do I bother you? But if you want to see more of my content, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, order a t-shirt. I've got United States of Analog t-shirts for sale, and I'll put the link in the description below. That's it. We'll see you next time in the United States of Analog. Hey man, that's another one in the books, you know, and now we've got our own letterhead and we've got stickers and t-shirts and last month we made like $17.50. Maybe we should change the name of this channel to the United States of Expense.